Welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw here in Royal Oak, Michigan. We are starting off with a King of the Ring tournament quarterfinal. I suppose you could call it semi-final of the Raw side of things, but it is a quarterfinal overall. We are starting off with the man that's on his retirement tour. Let's do this, shall we?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the greatest of all time, John Cena!
Well, I tell you one thing, it is not going to be a nice and easy night for Mr. Hustle, Loyalty and Respect. Don't know what's going on with me speaking here, but either way, out comes his opponent, the man that defeated Omos to get into this matchup. That was an amazing matchup, very meaty matchup, and he stood tall very dominantly, I'd say, in a lot of ways. Very fearsome opponent for Cena to be taking on in this tournament matchup.
And his opponent from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 273 pounds, Femi!
Well, it's Femi is making his way down to the ringside. Let's tell you what you're in store for here tonight. You're in store for an 8-man battle royal. The winner takes on Logan Paul for the IC Championship at King and Queen of the Ring. We have a Queen of the Ring quarterfinals match between Lexis, Bliss and Naomi. Main event, we see the World Tag Team Champions take on the Wolf Dogs. But right now we have John Cena versus Femi. Without further ado, let's do this. Let's go. Jeez, of course, this is the first. Well, I'm going to call it a quarterfinal because it is a quarterfinal. It's just a semi-final of Raw situation. It is the first quarterfinal of any King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring matchups. We had all of the first round matchups last week, and now we are going into the situation if it's Cena versus Femi this week, that means it's going to be Orton versus Theory next week, which would be huge to see who could take on these two. Jeez. As these dimensions chain wrestling right now, Cena, I think he is attempting to use his power game, but he's in the ring with Femi. I mean, John Cena is one of the strongest guys there is, but he's getting on a little bit and he's taking on a very young Femi. Jeez, Cena is trying his best, but it's just not happening. Now Femi drops him on a knee, and jeez, and again, and a third, gets it. We talk about the match between Omos and Femi being a great matchup. What about the match between Cena and Karrion Kross? That was probably the bloodiest match of the tournament. It was an even more hellacious match, I'd argue, than the Femi-Omos one. But Obersh really showed what he was capable of in that match against Omos. But I feel like you could say the same about John Cena. We've been really needing that fight out of him that he just wasn't quite given, and then pulling out the win like he always used to. Sure, he had a win against R-Truth on the return, but it wasn't quite the fight that it was against Karrion Kross. And he won a tag match with Randy Orton, but yeah, again, tag match. But his first big match, he lost against Randy Orton at Backlash, which could be his opponent in 2 weeks to be the final of Raw, but of course the semi-final of the entire King of the Ring tournament. Or it could be one Austin Theory man that he took on at WrestleMania 39 for the US Championship, who he lost to, but he's got to get through Femi right now, which we cannot understate how difficult of a task that will be for John Cena. Jeez, going and getting power slammed by Femi, but Cena kicks out a 4-1. I mean, I'm talking Femi a big game, but we can't count out John Cena. Jeez, many people have done it many occasions and been proven wrong many a times. And like I said, we seem to have proven Cena's mettle with his match against Karrion Kross, and I think Cena is finally shaking off all the rust, shaking off all the dust, and he's ready to go. But jeez, this is not a good match. Jeez, it started off early in the run, or maybe it is. Maybe it's a bad one for the later on. I don't know. Either way, Femi right now. Oh, yeah, Genji Femi clearly specifically tugging the back of John Cena. Jeez. Jeez, Cena's feeling that one. He's not happy. He's not enjoying that one, that's for sure. Of course, Alexa Bliss Naomi going to be the Queen of the Ring tournament matchup for tonight. Of course, that leaves Bailey Asuka next week, and the winner of that match will take on the winner of Alexa and Naomi, so it's going to be interesting to see how that situation goes. And you can't forget about the SmackDown, the side of things. And over Femi looking to put down Cena again, looking to go for a pin. Cena kicked out of this before 1 earlier. Jeez, and that was like a 2.5. I think Cena was just trying to prove a point, maybe try to affect over Femi's mindset, maybe just trying to prove something to himself. But he's now really feeling the effects of stepping in the ring with the ruler Oba Femi. And I feel like this tournament's maybe made for Oba Femi. His nickname literally is the ruler. Not much of a ruler if you aren't king of the ring, so I feel like it's kind of a bit of a... He really needs to win this for that reason and that reason alone. But we'll see how it goes. Of course, the SmackDown side of things are very interesting. Don't forget Roxanne and Fia for the Queen of the Ring situation hit on SmackDown. And Joe Hendry versus Fatu. That's going to be an interesting one. Jeez. Dolph is very just tossing Cena. Going into the cover. Over Femi has been dominating this matchup over Cena. 2 kick out by Cena. But of course, possibly the winner of this matchup could be going on to be the Raw side of things for that King of the Ring tournament. They could be taking on, like I said, we mentioned Fatu or Joe Hendry. It could also be Cody Rhodes or Damian Priest. Let's have to find out. And of course, Dakota Kai and Cora Jade, the other situation for the Queen of the Ring situation next week on SmackDown, we would assume. As the fact that we know it's Roxanne Fia this week. Unless matches get switched around, who knows. Anyways, over Femi now. Jeez, after all those onslaught of elbows, just tosses Cena across the ring. Jeez. Like I said, Over Femi just been dominating this one too. Kick out by Cena. Jeez. Over Femi's learning the grit of John Cena right now. Jeez. That looks like a massive scratch against John Cena's back. I don't quite know he's got that, but the back is looking a bit red and bruised a little bit. And this is not gonna help. Jeez, that choke slam right to the center of the ring. Over Femi goes for the cover. 1, 2. Kick out by Cena. Yeah, again, Cena proving the resiliency right now. So Femi got in store for Cena. Jeez, that was a stop. Oh, jeez, what an uppercut. He just launched at Cena like a missile. Cena was stunned there for a second. You saw the way he lay. Jeez, but a kick out nonetheless by Cena. Jeez, it's going to take your best to put down Cena, that is for sure. It took a lot for Randy Orton to put him down. Backlash and back in France. It's going to take no less for Femi to put Cena down here tonight. But he's definitely well on his way, like I said, dominating this matchup. Femi trying to pick him up now. But no, Cena that elbow, maybe they go to the outside and back in. Has given Cena enough chance to recover. Gets that shot. Femi gets the ropes. Oh, Femi isn't having any of this. He's Cena dodges. Oh, and ducks the clothesline. Jeez, Cena, Brutus momentum, drops Femi. Down again. Jeez, Cena's all fired up now. Put his all into it. Oh, jeez, his head just got taken off by a clothesline. Jeez. Over now. Returning that elbow. Jeez, and again, right to the chest. And jeez, Cena might need... I don't want to say question Cena's breathing. I think his breathing is just fine. I think he got whacked into the recovery position mid-air, to be honest. The way his neck goes back in, I have to do it for the recovery position. You have to lift the neck up to open the airways. Over Femi did that and then some. He opened those airways up to new heights. Talking to new heights, jeez, what a choke slam there to John Cena. Jeez, cover hooks the... Oh, not hooks the leg, sorry. 1, 2, kick up there. It's just one of those autopilot things, and then you say cover hooks the leg. But no, he did the hook, the leg went for the lateral press. There's pros and cons to all different kinds of pins, depending on leverage and what you're worrying about and whatnot. Femi chose the lateral one in that situation, but Cena's chest, look at that scar on his chest, and all the bruising on the back, jeez. I said those lines are forming. I mentioned about that scratch, I think they've just been a weird bruise shape. That's been the way he landed. He just landed all different kinds of ways, to be honest. Maybe it happens, maybe his skin got squeezed as he landed. You know, I've had that on bars before now. You just squeeze the hand. It's all not great. Maybe something happened like that. I don't quite know how that relates. But anyway, Over Femi tosses him into the corner now. Gets these shots right to the midsection. Over Femi's been dominating this matchup. Jeez. To be fair, carrying across, I think maybe he had the advantage in his match against Cena. Like I said, left Cena in a bloody mess, but Cena was able to walk out on top. Jeez. Oof. Over Femi. Again, used to launch him a missile, but Cena's picking himself back up, even if it is with the corner assistance. Jeez, and now Femi just waylaying these shots, but Cena's not having any of it. Doof, doof, doof. Jeez, Cena getting that combo going. Jeez, it sends out a shot again. It's sending him across the ropes. Cena, and a shot right down. Down an elbow. And Cena knows he's got the fire with everything he's got right now. Otherwise, it may be too little, too late. It may be not enough, not quick enough. Jeez, going for that splash. We very rarely see Johnson go to the top rope. Jeez, oh, yeah, I was about to say, is he going for it again? He is. He's going back to stop him again. This is the desperation in John Cena, but this is what he knows. This is his last year in pro wrestling. Cena, I was going to say famous abode. Femi catches him with a power bomb. Jeez, emphatic power bomb. Almost a fall from grace almost. Not quite though. Kick out by Cena. Oh, man, clearly he needs a fall from grace. Jeez. Oh, Cena gets that elbow. Sorry, the knee right to the face. Different part of your body. Completely different limb. But no matter. Oh, Cena even for the one shot block this time. Messed up Femi. Jeez. Femi was expecting two, I think. And now Cena. Jeez. Oh, I was thinking maybe looking for the final shuffle. That's usually what he goes for. Usually. But I think Cena wants to make sure that over Femi will stay down. Jeez. Oh, this might do it. Whatever Cena's planning on here. There's going to be a lot of weight, a lot of mass. About to move it down in this ring. Charles Robinson. Don't get launched, please. Oh, superplex. Jeez. I don't know why that's making me cough. It should be them that's winded, not me. Jeez, I just got winded watching it. I can imagine them lot. Anyways, the Cena. Jeez. Dolph, I think he's all fired up now. He's getting the runs and jeez. Dolph and just attacking over Femi from every angle. I don't know if this is why he's using this much energy from Cena. Like I said, maybe he's just trying to get it while he can while over Femi's stunned, I guess. But geez, Cena looking up for the action adjustment, but no, his back gave out. Jeez, too much attack to the back. That's exactly what Femi was planning. Just in case Cena can lift him. Oh, this is not going to help his back. Jeez. Yet again, one of those back suplexes. No, Femi not even giving Cena a chance to properly react to that back suplex. Or at least back suplex, sorry. Two kick out of there by Cena. Jeez. Over Femi. He's getting a little frustrated now by Cena's resilience. Oh, jeez. He's challenging Charles Robinson a little bit there. As over Femi, oh, jeez. Just a boot right to the side of the face. Jeez. Look at that scar on the pecker, John Cena. That's nasty. That's for sure. But Over Femi's busted. I don't recall when that happened. But nonetheless, Over Femi now picking up John Cena. And jeez, they're just dropping him on his face. Jeez. That was a fall from grace in a different kind of way. But not quite the way that would put somebody away. Or at least, well, I mean, imagine it would. But I more mean like the way that Over Femi prefers to put people away with. He said, Over Femi, jeez, that was a double axe handle from hell. Jeez, he put all of that into it. And now he's ready. I think this is now for the proper fall from grace this time. Oh, but Cena's not having any of it. Jeez, in a clothesline just decks Over Femi. And Cena now. Getting ready for it. Cena. Jeez. Launches himself right to Over Femi. But Femi, he's still picking himself back up. And Cena now tosses Over Femi into the ropes. Jeez, a bit of a collision there. Over. Oh, Cena didn't go down. He gives one right back. Jeez. And another one. But Femi stays standing. But no, Cena counts that one. Jeez. Cena. But oh, what a chop Over Femi. Jeez, but no, Cena is fired back. Jeez. Oh, Cena counts again. Bam. Over, what another chop. But Cena a drop kick. Oh, but all this energy, all this taking out Cena. He's down and out too after that drop kick, but he's up first nonetheless. That's the important thing. But it's proven how much Over Femi has done to Cena and how much it's taken out of Cena to keep Femi down. Jeez, that's not going to help Cena's energy levels. But nonetheless, John Cena, now he's looking for this. The 5-knuckle shuffle. Beanie bop. Boom. Right to Over Femi. Jeez, and now Cena stalking Over Femi, looking to put this match to rest. Jeez, Cena. Oh, ducks the shot from Over Femi. Jeez, shots in the midsection. And now, attitude adjustment. But yet again, Cena's gone down. Cena, can he have enough energy? He gets enough energy just about to get that arm over the rope. Jeez, one. Sorry, I mean over the chest, sorry. Oh, kick out there by Femi. I was thinking rope because Femi's foot looked very close to the ropes, but veteran referee decided it wasn't quite close enough. And I think Cena's wondering how he's going to put Over Femi down at this rate. Jeez. Oh, and an over Femi right shots that bruised midsection. Oh, and over Femi full from grace right to Cena. Jeez, you saw the way Cena reacted to that. That's got to be it, surely, too. Oh, Cena kicks out. Jeez, Cena stays in this matchup. Jeez. Over Femi now picking him up. And just knocking, just toss him across the ring. Jeez, these two men are putting each other through a wall, but this is what it means to win that King of the Ring tournament. They're just advancing at this point, just to advance the King of the Ring tournament, just to get to the King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view, just to get a chance of winning that King of the Ring matchup, getting that World Championship brand title match of the brand that you're on at SummerSlam. Jeez, of course, current World Champion CM Punk. Jeez, that could be one of these two men be facing. That could be a situation right now. The winner of this match could be taking on CM Punk at SummerSlam, but plenty could happen in that meantime. But geez, talking of what could happen in the meantime, Cena, I think, is very much looking to put this match to rest with an avalanche. Down to the adjustment, jeez. Femi. Whoa, but Cena finds a way to at least muster himself over Femi. Probably pure adrenaline, surely that's it. That's it. Oh, and Cena. Here he's dropped two. Oh, what a match. What a fight. Like I said, I mean, Femi had to fight as well to prove that he was the ruler and to prove that you had to be king of the ring, but was not enough here tonight. I think whatever Karrion Kross has done to Cena, it's brought out the Cena that we all knew and loved from years and years ago. That new level of never give up. Not that old level of never give up, I guess. That just top level of never give up, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. And that he had when he was winning all those world titles, not the past few years. You know, he's been having and not being so successful and having all those losses building up and stacking up. Cena, geez, knocks off a huge competitor, literally. Jeez, that's two in the book for Cena. Being Karrion Kross beat it over Femi. Now he's just got to look towards 2 weeks from now. He gets the extra rest, unlike his opponent next week, or the opponent that will be having their match next week. Either Randy Orton or Austin Theory will be taking on Cena. Will we get a Backlash rematch and a rematch from so many other pay-per-views, or will we get a WrestleMania 39 rematch just without the United States title on the line, but a spot in the King of the Ring final match instead? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how that matchup goes on Raw next week between Randy Orton and Austin Theory. But in the meantime, you know, Cena is advancing to that semi-final matchup.
Here's your winner, the greatest of all time, John Cena.
Well, congrats to Cena. He's looking a little battered. And I think it's all... actually, I was about to say he's getting a little less red, but that's some very red chest. But congrats to Cena nonetheless. New Day, you need to focus up. I mean, you showed up at both the end of the semi-final matches to congratulate the winners, but yet you didn't show up to the finals when we beat AOP because you're too busy off dealing with Punk. You need to focus up. You need to be focusing on us. Don't worry, we're not forgetting about you. We're just helping Punk out with a few things. Then after that, our focus will be all on you and our title match at King and Queen of the Ring. We'll just make sure that you're not underestimating us. Well, I mean, the Creeds do bring up a fair point. The New Day, they are weirdly now helping out CM Punk with Wolf Dog, going against the Wolf Dogs. Of course, that match is main eventing the Wolf Dogs versus the New Day, but the Creeds want to make sure that they aren't forgotten about. Anyways, talking about title matches, this is a Contenders Battle Royal to see who will take on Logan Paul for the IC Championship at King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view. So it's going to be interesting to see who of these 8 men is going to be taking on Paul at the pay-per-view.
The following contest is an 8-man battle royal. Making his way to the ring from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, Shinske Nakamura.
Well, Nakamura's making his way into the ring. Down to the ring, I guess. He's going to be the one man. We know who the 8 men are, but, you know, I sometimes like to not spoil the surprise just in case you've forgotten, because it's been a few seconds. It's been a few minutes, to say the least.
And from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 223 pounds, Lexis.
Well, Lexis King making his way down to ringside after he got off that fancy chair. And now on to the next one, the general manager's son, no less.
From Blackpool, England, weighing in at 200 pounds, Charlie Dempsey!
I mean, if there's always going to be the question if Charlie Dempsey gets treated differently being here on Raw, but I guess we'll have to see how things go.
Y'all know what time it is. This the part where we crank it up. Let's crank it up. Now here we go. People over there, what's up? You feel me? Stand up and say what's up. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? You can get with this or you can get with that. You better get with this, cause this is where it's at. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? See, I be skipping and jumping, leaving the competition. I make them disappear like your favorite magician. And I ride it till the wheel fall off. I bounce back to back till their necks get soft. Most of the time you see me, I'm being simple. Then many times I'll be busting them up like a pimple, stating my claim to fame, to be one of the baddest young brothers step foot in this game. And I haven't even started yet. You can better believe I take it off the show shot bet. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
And one of my favourite entrances just happened. I mean, I'd have to speak for any man. Who doesn't love our truth, man? Such a great guy. Anyways, talking of such great guys, this guy does not fall into that list. Though he thinks he's awesome, that's very high much up to debate, that's for sure.
And residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, The Miz!
As Miz coming down to ringside, I don't think we've seen him since his feud with Uncle Howdy. Going to be interested to see how that's affected him. But talking about somebody who feuded with not long after before.
From Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 183 pounds, Wesley!
Like I said, Wesley, Miz had a best of 3 series. Miz walked out on top. Wesley gets some revenge by eliminating him here tonight. I guess we'll just have to see how things go. And out comes next part of Imperium, Ludwig Kaiser. I mean, we haven't seen Gunter for a while, and we don't know when we're going to see him back. But Kaiser, nonetheless, is looking to step out into some singles situations, I guess, by looking to score an IC title shot here tonight. We'll see how successful he is at getting said title opportunity.
And representing Imperium from Hamburg, Germany, weighing in at 220 pounds, Ludwig Kaiser!
I mean, we can't forget about Vinci. He's going to be supporting Kaiser backstage, I'm sure. But out comes next.
And their opponent from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 199 pounds, Johnny Gargano!
Well, Johnny Wrestling makes his way down to ringside. Let's remind you what we still got in store for you tonight. Don't forget, Queen of the Ring semi-final action, Lexis, Bliss, Naomi. Also, tag team main event, the Wolf Dogs take on the World Tag Team Champions of the New Day, CM Punk at ringside. But right now, a battle royal, see who takes on Logan Paul for that IC Championship at King and Queen of the Ring. Jeez, what's our truth busting out? Jeez. It was a failure, whatever it was. This is going to be chaos. 8 men in the ring, all vying for opportunities to go after that IC Championship. That could be huge for any number of these men. I mean, I think, I'd say with any of them, to be fair, I mean, even think about someone like The Miz, that is his championship, I feel like, in a lot of ways. Maybe not necessarily that version, that iteration of the IC Championship. Keeps Wesley going flying. Like I said, those two are going to have some history. But, of course, that beautiful white strapped one with the gold on it. That you know what I mean, the one that was rocking that SmackDown Live era, that 2016-2017 Intercontinental Championship. That is very iconic. Jeez, with The Miz. Of course, Miz is a 2-time Grand Slam champion. But still, nonetheless, been a while since then. Singles gold. The WWE Championship be held for about a month. Back in 2020, it could be nice to see him win a singles championship. Here again, Gargano is nearly gone. Lexis King nearly gone. Not quite happening. We'll see who's going to be the first eliminated. I don't know. Put your bets. Now, before something happens. Jeez, Kaiser. Dempsey, no. Kaiser counters, jeez. I'm going to keep on top of 8 different men here. Luckily, if they pair off, I should only have to worry about 4 things going on instead of 8. You know, if R-Truth's dancing in one corner, that's not going to be helpful. Talking of going a corner, near a corner, Wesley trying to get rid of Miz, but I think that's Lexis King that's just gone. I think that was R-Truth that just sent him, if I'm not mistaken. And speaking of God, Miz has just gone. Wesley's got his revenge on Miz with help from Shinske Nakamura, but now going right to Nakamura. I think Wesley wanted that all by himself. He's looking to take advantage of Nakamura, or it's just the game type situation, but we're already down to 6. 2 quick back-to-back eliminations there. Jeez. Plus we're left with R-Truth, Charlie Dempsey, Gargano, Wesley, Kaiser, Nakamura. Jeez. Oof. Nakamura drops him down. Jeez. At an elbow. I'm just kind of nervous. With all that being done, we're kind of down to 3 Americans versus 3 non-Americans if it was 6-man tag. Got Charlie Dempsey. Oh, kind of actually. Not quite sure Charlie Dempsey. I know he's part British. William Regal's son-in-law. Actually, never mind. Let's not worry about what I was saying. I was going to say, if you can hear a fan, it's very hot in this tiny office that they put me in. It's very, very hot. So I need it to the lower setting so I don't boil to a pulp. I'm trying to think of. I was going to say boil a biscuit there, but that didn't quite work. You know, I don't want to become some soggy carrots or something. I don't know where I'm going with this. Nonetheless, R-Truth has just got Wesley. That's where Wesley's going. He's going right to the back. Going to go probably find Miz, maybe. I don't know. Laugh in his face for eliminating him at least. I don't know. Either way, Gargano with that combo on Nakamura. Jeez, we are down to 5. Kaiser though. Oh no, R-Truth's flying off him there. Jeez. Oof. I mean, oh jeez, R-Truth just got rid of Kaiser. Jeez. I mean, I feel this is going to be good for R-Truth in some ways. He did get cost his match against Austin Theory in that King of the Ring tournament matchup last week. Grayson Waller had some parts to play in that. Otherwise, I felt R-Truth could have very much won that matchup. This is more the point I was questioning it, is where he would still won a bit. I felt like he probably would have. The match is a little foggy in my head, but I remember that much that Grayson Waller cost him, so it's nice to see R-Truth get another opportunity, at least something, on this build to King Queen of the Ring. And he's possibly get that shot at the IC Championship, but he's got to get through 3 more Donnies to get to that championship match, being Johnny Gargano. Charlie Dempsey, the man, he just tossed over the rope, but no. Not quite going yet. Gargano's focusing on R-Truth instead of eliminating Charlie Dempsey. What's that kind of plan? I guess we'll have to see how things go. Gargano sends Dempsey over, gets him eliminated this time, I guess. Later's better than not at all, I guess. Either way, Nakamura. But jeez, no, Gargano gets that forearm. Jeez, Nakamura now unleashing a combo on Nakamura. R-Truth resting up. Jeez, Northern Lights, both. R-Truth. Not quite successful there. As Nakamura just got rid of R-Truth. Jeez, no, R-Truth hangs on. Just for a little bit longer at least. Like I say, we are down to 3 men. Logan Paul will be taking on Shinske Nakamura, R-Truth, or Johnny Gargano. Let's find out who's going to be. Nakamura with a short right to the midsection of R-Truth there. Jeez, Gargano now choosing to elect to focus on Nakamura. Get rid of him. Maybe thinks he's heavy competition. Gargano gets rid of Nakamura, but R-Truth gets rid of a distracted Gargano. Jeez, and R-Truth with the win here tonight. I have to apologise for my throat. I don't know what's going on with this. But nonetheless, R-Truth gets the win here tonight. Like, it's a little bit of is redemption quite the right word? I don't know. Vindication maybe might be more the right word. But you could argue we got cost a spot in the semi-final, sorry, the quarterfinals of the King of the Ring. He should be taking on Randy Orton next week. Not necessarily a great choice people to go against, but who knows? Especially considering R-Truth's childhood hero is John Cena taking on his childhood hero's greatest rival, or arguable greatest rival at least. Would have been interesting, but nonetheless, R-Truth is he's now officially got a match at King Queen of the Ring, and it is a championship match, so not doing too shabby is Mr. R-Truth there after that elimination on the distracted Johnny Gargano there.
Here is your winner, R-Truth!
Gargano proved resilient by staying near to the end. It was just him focusing on Nakamura for just that split second that gave R-Truth the opening there to get the win here tonight. Jeez, oof, and R-Truth celebrating with the crowd. And of course, like I said, you know what that means by winning this matchup. He has got himself an IC championship at King Queen of the Ring. Has quite got the championship. Yeah, jeez. Omos just attacking over Femi now. Jeez, clearly Omos not happy with the way Femi was chucking him around a few weeks ago. felt maybe a bit disrespected, a bit embarrassed the way Femi was treating him. And Omos just picking the bones of a wounded Femi after he took on John Cena, put on a hell of a showing, but was not able to get the job done. Was not able to kick out of that avalanche attitude adjustment. And this isn't going to help his pain. It ain't gone away. Jeez, powerbomb through the table. Jeez. Most of that didn't even clock the table. That was just hit straight to the ground. And jeez, now using a cone. Jeez, right on the knees. That one knee, jeez, of Omos there. Just chucked the cone. No, sorry, of Oba there. Chucked the cone on that knee too. Jeez, that's not great. And Omos. Jeez, oh, right, that right arm. Jeez, clocking the cone. Jeez, that is... But Omos is... Sorry, Oba Femi is not in good shape. Jeez. I need to stop starting with the same layer. That's messing me up. Anyways. Jeez, we are on to the next matchup. And we were talking literally just 2 seconds ago about the King of the Rings semi-final matchup between Cena and Oba Femi. But now we move on to the first Queen of the Ring quarterfinal. I keep saying quarter. This is a quarterfinal matchup. So it comes first.
Is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss.
Bliss still carrying around that creepy doll. Not a massive fan, but anyways, can Alexa Bliss get the win here tonight, or can it be her opponent here tonight? I guess we'll have to see how things go, that is for sure. Jeez, both had some strong showings getting into this matchup. But we'll see if they have a strong showing here tonight as well.
And her opponent from Orlando, Florida, Naomi.
Well, Naomi, feeling the glow and letting the crowd feel it too. Let's remind you what we still got in store for you here tonight, of course. We had the main event. Wolf Dogs take on the World Tag Team Champions. But right now, we have Alexa Bliss versus Naomi to see who will advance to 2 weeks on Raw to take on the winner of next week's match between Bayley and Asuka. So without further ado, let's get this underway with, of course, Alexa Bliss was able to defeat Liv Morgan to get into this matchup, while Naomi was able to beat Shayna Baszler. Jeez, I think Alexa Bliss literally took like a mid-step back and it affected Naomi. Naomi saw it. She tried to pull her, but instead of ended up just pulling a little short instead of landing on her feet. It was not quite the way Naomi wanted that to go. But nonetheless, I don't know why that just reminded me of Captain Holton, like the whole moving the podium like half an inch. I don't know why they're connected the dots there, but if you know, you know, I guess. And Alexa Bliss taking it to Naomi right now. Jeez, these two have met before. I was mentioning the SmackDown Live era. Of course, these two did vie for that SmackDown Women's Championship. They had a bit of a rivalry going on and forth between that. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Naomi took it off Bliss at WrestleMania 33 in that. I think it was a six-pack challenge for that women's title, I believe. Jeez. I believe Naomi also got injured taking on Alexa Bliss. There was definitely some back and forth. I don't fully remember it. It was many years ago. But point is, some history there between these two women. Of course, that was both their breakout years in a lot of way, though. Alexa Bliss even more so because it was the first time on the main roster, Naomi being armored for a little bit. Of course, it bounced around with stuff like Team Bad and the Funkadactyls, but I believe that's really when Naomi first got going, because it's when she first started to feel the glow. But nonetheless, Alexa Bliss now bringing down Naomi. Jeez, oh, Naomi kicks back up and sends Alexa Bliss over the ropes. Jeez. So of course, Alexa Bliss the more accomplished here at WWE, but Naomi is not going to let that stop her right now. As Naomi looking to bounce off the ropes, looking to go flying. Jeez, and just about clocks Bliss. Bliss tried to move this time. Naomi decided, you know what, I'm just going to go for it this time. And it worked out, or at least partially did, maybe not actually. Clearly, her landing was worse than Bliss's. You know, Bliss adding insult to injury there, or at least partially, not quite the full insult to injury. He's a double knees first. But it was half of one at least, and that's why I guess I said kinda. I don't know, my subconscious is smarter than me. Either way, nonetheless. What has Naomi got in store for Alexa Bliss? Jeez, go flying, went ass first, but no, that was a horrible landing for Naomi. Jeez. Oof, not much cushion out there. At least not on the floor, at least anyways. Nonetheless, Naomi, oh she's getting that jawbreaker yet again. Why is she choosing to land ass first on the floor? That's not going to be comfortable on your tailbone. Nonetheless, Naomi looking to go flying. Jeez, and a splash. I think that looked a little bit like an Uso splash to me a little bit. Shout out her husband, Jimmy Uso. And her twin brother, Jey Uso as well, I guess. Jimmy Uso was in a King of the Ring tournament matchup, but he went out first round to Jacob Fatu. It's Alexa Bliss. Jeez. Oof. Alexa Bliss, no tosses. Naomi counters. Jeez, because Naomi not the only one in the NOI dynasty still looking to get a crown here. Of course, like I said, Jacob Fatu will be taking on Joe Hendry this coming SmackDown. See how things go with that. But nonetheless, Naomi, in the meantime, goes back into the ring, breaks. I think maybe, I don't know, wants the match to get back in. No! Jeez, oh, yet again, Alexa Bliss has dodged that. That has not been going well for Naomi here. Plenty of crash landings. Jeez. But now a Hurricane Runner to Alexa Bliss. Oof. Naomi, oh jeez, why is she trying this again? Jeez. Naomi, I think she's realised that Alexa Bliss is a bit more stunned now. Naomi, nope. Oh no, what's going on? Jeez, Naomi just gets pushed. This is a high risk, no reward, time and time again. This is not looking good for Naomi. Maybe she's flustering under this high opportunity right now. Jeez, 1, 2, oh, kick out there just before 2. How many times has Naomi missed here? I don't even know. Nonetheless, Alexa Bliss now gets a splash. Oh, talking about missing though, that was more dodge than it was a miss. But nonetheless, Naomi, jeez, finally gets it now. But jeez, that was a beautiful moonsault and that leg drop. Alright, to Alexa Bliss. And another leg drop. I think Naomi's finally cooking now. She's finally getting things going. Finally got the grease on the wheel. She's getting all these leg drops. So it's the same one every time, but still. That's a different leg drop. She must have heard me. Nonetheless, covers 1. Goal kick out there by Bliss. Yes. Naomi. Jeez. Splash. Right to Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss feeling the effects of that one. Like I said, Bliss definitely had the advantage so on, but I think Naomi's finally picked herself up. But maybe not for long. Maybe it was too little too late. I guess I'll have to see how things go. As Bliss now gets that drop kick. Right to Naomi. Jeez, and now looking for the knees right to the midsection. And now, yet again, looking for more knees right to the midsection. Jeez, and again. Oh, that's definitely insult to injury. Jeez. Alexa Bliss goes into the cover after that. 1, 2. Kick out by Naomi. Oof, Naomi keeping this match going. Staying in this match. Staying alive in this matchup. Alexa Bliss, no, Naomi fights off the shot to the midsection. Off the middle ropes. Jeez, oh, jeez, yet again, Naomi. Maybe you should stop doing that. Maybe you should stop going for those kind of moves. Jeez, oh, but gets it that time. He's that corner. Bliss hard, jeez, gets that splash. That looked a little awkward, but it worked nonetheless. It's not a high success rate at all. Naomi now puts Alexa Bliss against the ropes. What's she going for here? Naomi. Oh, jeez. I remember this. Oh, jeez. Right to Alexa Bliss. That's not fun. That is not fun at all. Covers 1, 2. Oh, Bliss kicks out there. Jeez. Naomi now picking herself back up. Why's she going so for Alexa Bliss? Jeez, what a kick right to the face, man. Jeez, goes to that cover. 1, 2. Kick out there by Bliss. Naomi stalking her opponent right now, trying to figure out what she's got to do. Gets that forward right to Bliss. I think Naomi's just maybe losing a little bit of confidence right now. Definitely to go right down to basics almost. And just getting this into a striking contest because all these springboards, all this high-risk offense has just not been paying off her at all. The amount of fails, jeez. Oh, for now, Naomi just letting out all her anger. I think, jeez, I want to kick right to the face. Jeez, do more of that. That's worked. And the leg drops, that seem to work quite well as well. But nonetheless, oh, Naomi looking for another springboard. Oh, jeez. Like I said, maybe the confidence is shaken. Oh, she's gone for it this time and gets it. Cover hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Naomi, jeez. Oof. I said there's some issues there that may, I don't know, shaking her confidence a little bit, but maybe getting the win with the springboard at the end. Maybe have just reasserted herself a little bit. I don't know. I think she just told herself, I just need to do this. I need to not be afraid of this. And she went for it again, and Alexa Bliss hasn't quite recovered just yet. Oh, oof. That match was definitely a lot shorter than that King of the Ring matchup, but doesn't mean it was anything less of a fight. Jeez, oof. But Naomi, nonetheless, is the first woman to advance from a quarter-final to a semi-final. I've messed myself up by calling it the semi-final of Raw, but the actual quarter-final. I've messed myself up by saying that. I'm getting it all mixed up. Of course, if I've called this match or the Open Femi John Cena match a semi-final at any point, of course, meant quarter-final. And like I said, Naomi now looks to her next week. She's going to be interesting to see. She's now going to be watching next week, of course, to see who will win between Bayley and Asuka, because that's what she'll be taking on the week after, to see if she can try and get to King Queen only to take on whoever will be the SmackDown side of things. Of course, don't know who that will be yet. Roxanne, Perez, Fia, Hale, Dakota, Kai, or Cora Jade. I was going to be interested to see who it is.
Here is your winner, Naomi.
Well, congrats to Naomi. The pulling out win looks a little weird at some points, but nonetheless, she was able to get the win here tonight. How the hell has R-Truth got into that battle royal? I mean, he lost to you last week. Surely that's it for him. He doesn't deserve another title opportunity. What about me? Why didn't I get a spot? Well, it's the stupid management that runs this place, but at least we stopped him getting to the world title. That's for me to collect. Yeah, but he won the battle royal. He's going to go take on Logan Paul for the IC title at King Queen of the Ring. I mean, hope Logan absolutely whoops his ass, but still, how's he managed that? I'm surprised he actually makes it to the arena. Yeah, so true, lad. Well, it's time for the main event of the evening, and that's not up in my throat by doing that. But nonetheless, the World Tag Team Champions are in action. No, they're not defending the title. They are in action, but they are accompanied by the World Champion. A very stacked entrance, to say the least.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 417 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Xavier and Kofi Kingston, the New Day.
Well, the New Day are out here looking very hyped for this matchup against the Wolf Dogs. I mean, they are a formidable team, but they've seemingly had some of their issues as of late, and CM Punk and Kofi Kingston exposed that last week.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 515 pounds, the team of Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin.
Well, we'll see if the Wolf Dogs have been able to polish their stuff. I guess we'll have to see in this match a bit tonight. And of course, seeing the World Tag Team Champions are in action. They're going to be defending those titles against the Creed at King Green Ring. And we're going to hear from between the two teams next week in a little bit of a showdown. King of the Ring, quarterfinal match, Austin Theory, Women's Queen of the Ring quarterfinal, Bayley Asuka. But right now we have this main event. Jeez, my words are not doing great. So luckily, not just this match left to go. Hopefully this is good, and hopefully it makes me lose my voice, because you wouldn't want nothing less than me to ruin my voice, it being that good of a match. When Braun Breaker starting out, he's been on a warpath to just try and prove himself. I mean, he's earned 2 title shots technically, but his win record wasn't great before after the end of the prior pay-per-view being Backlash. Punk wants to send him off for Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's been doing a hell of a showing, and he was not the one to lose last week. It was Baron Corbin. It was the only loss that Braun Breaker, I believe, has taken this. No, sorry, the second loss he's taken this season. The first one being to one Drew McIntyre on the build to Backlash. These Woods, he got kicked out with just Braun Breaker kicked up Ryan towards his fist. Not exactly the way you want to be, but nonetheless, geez, Braun Breaker taking him down and now getting that elbow right to Woods. Jeez, oof. You know, I only just thought of the line. You know, I was talking about the not wanting the roast. Like, so I'm going to be quite said like a marshmallow, considering how pale I am. But I missed the joke at the time. But anyways, Braun Breaker goes flying right over to go for Kingston. Jeez, Braun Breaker has got no time for my jokes here tonight. Clearly, I'm not very good at them anyway, so there's no point. I've been really staying along for. Anyways, Braun Breaker having a massive stare down with the world champion CM Punk, and he's desperately trying to get that world championship match against. I said all the more than earned it. The question why he hasn't just gone to Regal at this point, but nonetheless, Xavier Woods taking advantage of a distracted Braun Breaker. Is Woods already busted open? Jeez, that's the aggression that's filled with Braun Breaker right now. The frustration, all of that has been built up, and Woods is already busted open. That's not good for the World Tag Team Champions going into a World Tag Team Champions match in a few weeks. But jeez, Braun Breaker kicks out Kofi Kingston. Jeez, both of course it was CM Punk and Kofi Kingston that teamed up last week. Kofi Kingston was CM Punk's surprise partner. And CM Punk was like, oh, why Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin not teamed in a while? Go to them into the match where Braun Breaker was like, I want one of you. I want Punk to be one of the guys at least because I want him to go rusty. Punk brought in Kofi Kingston. Plenty of chemistry there between those two. And like I said, a team of champions, jeez. And they worked the issues between the Wolf Dogs to perfection. Jeez, I wonder if they have to do that here tonight. Braun Breaker, though, he's a man on a mission right now. Even if he just did take that huge bump, he's already back to work with that belly to belly. Jeez, right now it's only been him on the Wolf Dogs situation side of things so far, and he's not looking too bad right now, considering that he's taking on the World Tag Team Champions. And not just that, but the New Day in general. That weight just carries some weight alone, the New Day. Of course, Big E not at ringside. Big E's been on a little bit of a sabbatical. We'll hope to see him back as soon as possible. A little bit of an injury from Bobby Lashley just before WrestleMania. An undisclosed amount of time when he'll be back. One of those day-to-day things, but nonetheless. Braun Breaker. Jeez, just looking to tee off and go for Kingston, but okay, Kingston gets that shot to the midsection. Jeez, gets that clothesline. Right to Braun Breaker, jeez. Baron Corbin desperately wanting a tag, but it's not happening here, jeez. Braun Corbin, Braun Breaker, jeez. No, but Kofi Kingston gets that elbow. Golf, shot right to the face, and a drop kick. I mean, Baron's already proved his loyalty to Braun Breaker at one point. I remember that was we had this whole test thing, I think, just before the end of the year. So, yeah, still people are poking and prodding the issues between them. Though I think that maybe they're worse than ever now. I don't know what's going on, but their tag chemistry just seems to be off a little bit, to be honest. Jeez. I think maybe just a bit of frustration about Braun Breaker no longer being world champion. Drop that title at Elimination Chamber to Drew McIntyre inside the chamber. Jeez, Braun Breaker just go right to CM Punk. Doesn't quite get all of it, but I think he might at least got some of it. Punk's back up first, though, but you got to think the amount of falls that Braun Breaker's taken on recently. Maybe he should take Naomi's advice and stop doing all these dives, man. It's not going well for them. There's not been a great night for it. But geez, Punk's gone right into the barricade. And Braun Breaker now looking to take on two people. I mean, not exactly like seeing Punk already fight back. He will get New Day disqualified. And which arguably, if the Wolf Dogs win this matchup, do they get added to that match at King Queen of the Ring? Because Braun Breaker currently has not got a match. Or do they get it at a later date? I don't know. But it'd be very interesting to see. And seeing Punk getting a DQ win for the Wolf Dogs would definitely definitely count as a win over the New Day, which you could argue is still the point that they would deserve the match. Even if it's a bit of a weird technicality situation, Braun Breaker, weird way to get back into the ring, but it's worked out for him, I guess. Getting a bit of a jump start, literally, to attack Xavier Woods there. He's in clobbers down Kofi Kingston. No matter what's even got a shot and it still didn't work. Just realised to wait and do a bad point. I don't know, but nonetheless, Braun Breaker fighting out this powerbomb position from Xavier Woods. You can't forget about that strength of Xavier Woods, but no one forgets about the strength of Braun Breaker. Jeez, that military press gut check. A move that both do very well. Jeez, covers two. Kick out there by Xavier Woods. That was an actual cover hook the leg then. I don't think I've actually said that legitimately this episode yet. Still haven't. But nonetheless, Braun Breaker. Jeez, he has not tagged in Baron Corbin yet. Braun Breaker just looking to prove that he can do this by himself, I guess. Like I said, the whole point of these handful of weeks with Braun Breaker is proving himself to CM Punk in a lot of ways. Proving us that he deserves that World Championship. And I think 2v1 in the New Day, doing as well as he's been doing, definitely will prove that. And now, right now, just staring a hole in CM Punk, proving that this is what he's been able to do. But geez, Braun Breaker, both gets that shot right to Kofi Kingston, but Kofi Kingston, geez, at one point, no matter how much advantages Braun Breaker is going to get in this situation, he's taking on 2v1. His gas tank has got to be running empty. That's Kofi Kingston now. It sends Braun Breaker into the corner, and Baron's like, no, I ain't tagging in. This caused the issue last time. Jeez, now just kicking in Braun Breaker. But I think, I don't know, jeez, this is not looking good for Braun Breaker anymore. I think now that the match has slowed down a little bit, he is feeling all the effects of all the moves that he's taken from both Kofi and Woods. Jeez, Dolph! Jeez, that crossway countered by Baron Corbin. But also not just that, but also the moves that Braun Breaker's like not quite landed properly himself. As now Kofi Kingston gets that neck breaker. He's maybe too distracted on Baron Corbin. Jeez, gets that shot right to Braun Breaker. Ah, jeez, what an overhand shot right to Braun. Now Kofi Kingston doing a little bit of a 2v1. And now Kofi Kingston, Jesus, looking for a splash there. I thought he was going for a boom drop. Maybe that's what he thought he was going for. I don't know. Make it distract Braun Breaker, but Braun Breaker saw the splash going this time round. Jeez. And Braun, jeez, no Kofi. Jeez, oh, Kofi gets looking to get that roll up here. Oh, Brawl Breaker, 1, 2. Oh, Brawl Breaker gets out of it. Jeez. Kofi looking to fight through. Jeez. Golf. Jeez, I mean, I feel like Baron Corbin's got the least to lose here, but I feel like he's also arguably got the most to gain considering his situation a minute. Like, Braun's one kind of feuding with Punk. The New Day World Champions. Baron Corbin needs to try and get his place in more than just being Braun Breaker's tag team partner. See, Baron Corbin still refusing to be tagged in. Is this the situation that I think is the issue or not? I don't know, because, I mean, maybe he just doesn't want to tag into wind up Braun Breaker again, because that kind of seemed to be a bit of a downfall of the match last time. But now is he just refusing to be tagging in altogether? I don't know. He seemingly wants to tag. It's seemingly Braun Breaker is just refusing to tag him in, because it was Baron Corbin that got pinned last time. Braun Breaker does not want to lose another matchup. That's been the whole thing he's been fighting against, is to not lose. I think maybe there is some tension there between. I think it's just obvious, plain as day, that there's tension between the Wolf Dogs. Not looking good for them. Jeez, Baron Corbin's even come in the ring now. Jeez, he's saying how desperate he is to get that tag. Jeez. Now Baron Corbin now just keeping an eye on Kofi Kingston. Jeez, I think Braun Breaker felt like he maybe had his back to him for a minute then. Braun Breaker did not look happy. These two need to sort it out. There's a reason why they're not World Tag Team Champions or even going for the championships at this point. Punk is right, he's been questioning this whole team situation. Braun Breaker is saying no, but Baron Corbin desperately wants in. Baron Corbin needs to prove himself, I guess. Jeez, and now Braun Breaker finally tagging him. I think he's finally relenting now. He just get annoyed by all the attempts. Jeez, he gets that double shoulder barge there. And Baron Corbin now is the one. He's finally in. And this is why Braun Breaker didn't want to tag you in, Baron. Come on, Baron, man. Jeez, oh, shot right to the midsection. Jeez, shot right to the face. Jeez, Woods going ham. The busted open Woods, that is. Jeez, a shot right there. Don't count out the boxing skills of Baron Corbin. A very heavy striker, a very underrated striker in my opinion, is Baron Corbin. Jeez, but Xavier Woods gets that fall right to the face. Like I said, the underrated power from Xavier Woods coming into play there, but Braun Breaker just tossing Woods down. Any chance for Baron Corbin to get back up to his feet. Braun Breaker doesn't seem too happy. Evidently, he's going up to the top rope himself. What is he doing? Maybe trying to get Baron Corbin's attention? I don't know. Maybe he wants back in. Maybe he feels like Baron Corbin hasn't been doing a good enough job. I feel like I'm mixing up these names and points, but geez, the powerbomb there by Baron Corbin. Not Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker, the one in a red singlet. Baron Corbin, the one in the black tights with the fire all over it. Well, I think it's a fire at least. But nonetheless, Baron Corbin absolutely just slammed down Xavier Woods. I believe we've had every combination because Baron Corbin and Kofi Kingston, Kofi Kingston was in when Baron Corbin started. So we've had every combination, though barely anything between Baron Corbin and Kofi Kingston. Because it was a tag team maneuver and then Kofi Kingston tagged in, but not much. Anyway, Baron Corbin, after the pin there, kick out there by Woods. So not too much, but a little bit. Enough to consider it. But not everybody has been legally tagged into the matchup because Braun Breaker started out and has not been tagged back into the match yet. Just in case you want those little statistics I like to try and remember to do every now and then. But geez, that cut is getting worse than Xavier Woods. That is something that Baron Corbin's done at least, though. Braun Breaker opened the cut, but it's been getting worse ever since these two have been firing. But specifically, Xavier Woods unsuccessful with that small package roll up. Geez, looking for a second one here on Baron Corbin. Will he get it? 1, 2. Kick out there by Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin, no, geez, ducks that. Geez, what a shot now, geez, both. And now a deep 6 right to Xavier Woods. Goes for that cover. Oh, and Kofi Kingston's there to break it up. Jeez. Baron out. No, Kofi Kingston counters. Jeez. Baron Corbin trying again. But then Kofi Kingston countering again. Kofi Kingston proving why he's the one tag team champion and Baron Corbin's not. And Jesus, Xavier Woods takes advantage of Baron Corbin's distraction. And now Woods, oh geez, the shining wizard. Not quite the shiniest, but a very shiny wizard nonetheless. Jeez, Woods now. Oh, he showed off his trick on point that you could do this earlier. Jeez, right to Baron Corbin, the military gut check. Military press gut check. Kofi Kingston back in. Maybe we might actually be able to see a bit of action between these two now. Properly this time. Jeez. Looking for a boom drop this time. Finally gets it. Does Kofi Kingston. Cena Punk celebrating. Jeez, and now Kofi Kingston takes down Braun Breaker. Jeez, Kofi sends Woods into the sends Baron Corbin into the corner to tag in Woods. And now looking to put this match to rest, looking for the Up, up, down, down. Right to Baron Corbin, jeez. Xavier Woods going into the cover. Braun Breaker, is he coming in? 2, 3. Xavier Woods picks up the win there. I've got to question what Braun Breaker was doing there. Was he trying to will on Baron Corbin, or is Braun Breaker had enough of Baron Corbin and just cutting his losses right there and then? I don't know. Either way, Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin lose this match here to the World Tag Team Champions. He's not looking good for Braun Breaker, and certainly not looking good for Baron Corbin, and not looking good for the state of the Wolf Dogs. But the World Tag Team Champions get a little bit of a warm-up properly, because Kofi Kingston, you know, he wrestled them last week. Wolf Dogs had a chance to get some revenge on him this time round, but after last week's matchup, it was unsuccessful. It was Woods' turn to get a little bit of a warm-up as well, but was unsuccessful. Well, sorry, was successful in getting the win here tonight. Even got the pinfall. My apologies for getting them mixed up, but nonetheless, so the World Tag Team Champions get away with the win here tonight with the World Champion at ringside in CM Punk. CM Punk not playing too much of at least actively playing a role. Passively played much of a role in the mind space of Braun Breaker, which I think exactly is the way Punk has been playing this in the entire time. To the point he can just do that. Just a little bit like Dwight Schrute in The Office, the snowman and stuff. But nonetheless, congrats to the New Day. But anyways, as the New Day celebrate, it's been a solid Raw. It feels like it's been a while. I wonder why. I don't know. Must be some weird things. Anyways, congrats to the New Day for getting the win here tonight. Working away. Oh, hold on a minute. The Creeds are showing up there saying, don't forget about us. We won those World Tag Team Championships and we're challenging for the mat. King and Queen of the Ring, we're going to get them, especially if you're forgetting about us. But nonetheless, these two teams will be facing off at the pay-per-view. Thanks for watching this episode of Raw, and hopefully I'll see you for SmackDown.